Welcome everyone to Life with Carolyn. I am coming to you today to show you my before and after and what I look like before I put on makeup. Oh boy, it's a scary sight. But we all look like this until we do the work, right? So I'm going to show you my routine. I'm going to do something a little special today with some pinks and show you how we start. This is the canvas and this is how we'll get started. So this is my first time doing this, so pardon me if I'm a little all over the place, but in the end, hopefully it will turn out the way that I like. Thank you for joining me. Let's get started. So first, I have already put moisturizer on my face and I am going to put on my under eye cream, which I love this product. And it is great for really moisturizing under the eye because, when we get a little bit older, we have to really moisturize this area under the eye so that it's not crepey and your concealer or makeup doesn't settle in and really show off any lines that we have. And there's nothing wrong with having a few lines because those lines are the record of our history, of our smiles and our joy that we've had over the years. So don't fret if you have some. It's okay. I love this eye cream because it has this nice metal ball on the end that really helps cool the area. So it kind of gives you a little therapy as part of your eye treatment when you're doing that for yourself. So I love that. And then after that, I fill in my lines. I already have my moisturizer on, but I am going to fill in my lines with this line filler here. It's called the Volu-Fill Deep Wrinkle Filler. Great stuff. And I put it on those places where you might have some areas that you don't want to be as obvious. And then you just stipple that in or pat it in so that it helps you look camera ready. And then you wait a few minutes for it to dry. And it will make those lines a lot less obvious and help you be camera ready. That has got to be one of my favorite products, actually. And if you're thinking, who has time to do that? You have time to do that if you want to look fabulous, darling. I know you do. You want to look fabulous for your end outcome. So it's a necessary step. When we get a little older, we have that 11 trying to creep in, and that is just not cool. And then I'm going to put on my primer, which is awesome, and it has SPF 15 in it, which is great. And this product is so wonderful that it helps hold your makeup in place, reduce some obvious shine, and it really leaves you with a flawless look. So now that's on. And then I like to use, because it's summer, I like to use the CC cream because the CC cream also has SPF protection and a treatment in your protection color. So I love it. Now I like to apply it with my hands, but you can use the foundation brush if you like. But I really like to use my hands and get it all on there. Or maybe I'm lazy and it's one less brush to clean. I don't know. Take your pick. Either way, it goes on really nice. And I like to blend all the way up under my jawline to make sure that there's no demarcation. Now, you know, us global skin girls, we sometimes have hyperpigmentation that leaves, what that means is we have some areas that are more highly pigmented than others on our face. So the deal is you have to conceal that and blend that so that it looks even. So you see how nice that is? And the thing I love about this product is that once it goes on, when your skin warms up, the color seems to meld and become very natural. And you can layer this product too if you need to. So like I said, I have some hyperpigmentation in this area of my face. So I'm just going to pat that in a little bit more in this area. Build on that first layer there. And the thing is, all of these products are buildable. So if you needed to apply more of the rich filler, you could. Then I'm going to go right in with my concealer and really fill in these areas where I have some areas that need some concealing. And again, I love this concealer. It stays put all day. And then I'll go across with some lighter color for highlight later, but this is the concealer and it's wonderful. You get to see the shade here, some wonderful shade. Now this time I will use a brush, and we have this wonderful crease brush that's wonderful for cream eyeshadow as well as blending your concealer and other things that you need to do when you're creating your look. Now this concealer really blends with my skin tone very well, as you can see. And there we have it. There's my foundation there. And then I'm going to put on another concealer, because this is where we're going to highlight later. And with your beauty blenders, you want to have it moist. It helps with your movement when it's a little bit moist. Not soppy, but moist. Now I'm going to go in with some powder now. And I'm using our powder here. Love, love, love this mineral powder. And I'm going to blend that in just a bit here, because we're getting ready to do the eyes. And that foundation is looking flawless now. So far, so good. That foundation's looking marvelous and flawless. Starting to look like my skin is nice and even. And I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of setting powder up under my eyes because we're going to, this is just to keep it loose so that if shadow falls, it can be brushed easily away. It just helps with that extra setting step. So we're going to go there. Okay, so now that I have that done, I'm going to go ahead and do my brows. And I'm going to use two things. I'm going to use my eyebrow and liner brush and my liner in a brunette shade. So the first thing I'm going to do is just shape my brow. I should say brush up my brow to get it ready for coloring it out. And you know the story. I am sure you've heard that brows are sisters but not twins. So keep that in mind. If you have already made the game change and tried the microblading or made the commitment, better said, to microblading, that's great. I'm not that bold yet, not that brave, but it is something I'm considering. For now, I just color them in. So I always do my most difficult side first because, as I said, they're sisters, not twins. So I do, I try to mark out that one that I know has a shortcoming first. And that way it's easier for me to adjust the other one. I think I'm evening them out here. And just color them in now. And then I'll go back through with the brush and soften out the inner part of it. Looks pretty even, yes? Yes? What do you think, family? Maybe this one needs a little bit more. Okay. So, the hard part's done. Now let's blend them in a little bit by using the spool end of the brush again. And see how that makes it look a little bit more natural. Now the other side. Now, I like to go over because my hair is a little bit redder these days. I like to go through my brow with a little bit of eyeshadow that is all a little bit reddish brown. And I use this end of the brush. And I'm using this color right here. And just highlight, bring in some of that red tone just to make sure that my brow is kind of complementing my hair color. And you see? And I think my brows are done. Good enough. All right. So what I like to do with my brow is I like to take that lighter shade of concealer that I showed you earlier, this one, to go in and just clean up my brow area. And it also works as a highlighter. And I also use this to help my eyeshadow stay on too a little bit longer on the inner part of my eye. So I just need a little bit. I take that same concealer brush and I just go right up underneath my brow. That cleans it up nicely. And it really makes your brow stand out and look real clean and put together. Now, everybody has their own way of doing it. There is no right or wrong way. This is just how I do it. And you see, if you remember what it looked like before, it makes it look really clean now. Makes it stand out a little bit more. So now I'm going to go do the same on the other side. Looks good. Start out with my first color. I think I'm going to go a little on, I'm going to use this shade first. Right there. And see. Gonna get that on there. And I'm gonna blend that in. These colors are so pigmented. It's wonderful. Just think of the berries. I'm gonna do the same to the other eye. It's wonderful how it goes on. It looks so light at first, but then when you blend it, it's amazing how it just blends really well. I know when you look at this color, if you have chocolate tones like me, you might not think these colors would be great, but you can really use all of them. It's just about how you blend and how you apply. So now that I have it on, I'm going to use my all over brush. And you see how it's blending really well. And then I'm going to go in and you know, when you're older, you have to make sure that your shadow goes out and not down, because you want to keep everything going up. So make sure you catch that. And you can fix it later with your brushes to clean it up, but just keep that in mind when you're blending. So now that I have that on, I'm going to go in with another brush to put a little bit more drama. So I'm going to go in the crease of my eye with a darker shade of cranberry or berries here. It's this color here. It's a little bit darker. And then we'll blend that in, create a little drama in the crease. Again, we want to make sure we're going up and out on that corner. And then we're going to blend it. And this works if you have a hooded eye, you have to take your color a little bit higher than your crease. So if this is your crease and you have a hooded eye, you have to go a little bit higher so that your shading will be obvious. If you just put it right in your crease and you have a hooded eye, you won't be able to see it. Then again, I'm going to take my all over brush and blend that. So, y'all, you wouldn't believe it. We have had hummingbirds all day outside of our window, just buzzing around that hummingbird feeder. It is amazing to watch those little birds. I just love them. And now I'm going to put in a little shimmer in the front of my eye and on the brow bone, just to give it a little something. So I'm just in the front, gonna blend here and up on the brow bone area. It gives it a little something. See that? I love it. Just a little something, a little a little It's all about the blending. Now, I'm one of those girls that likes to have my eye color and whatnot blend with or coordinate with the outfit I'm wearing. So as you can see, I'm wearing a pink gingham shirt, so this is gonna work well. If I were gonna be wearing, well, really, you could do whatever you want to do, because as my girl says, it's your business. But that's just me. I like to have it all put together. Looks great. But do you. Whatever makes you feel, whatever you do, if you want to wear purple and you're wearing green and you feel marvelous, then wear your green. Make it work. All right, so now I have that on. I can blend now completely because now it's all on. And I'm gonna just use my beauty blender, and again, as I was saying, make sure we're going up over here, and it's, see, it makes a difference. There we go. I like it. All right, so now let's get that liner on. Oh, I forgot to tell you about the brows too. The other thing I love, see if I got the right color here, is this wonderful volumizing brow tint. This stuff is wonderful. This is great for vacations. I have very fine brows, so I have to color my brows in because my brows are almost unrecognizable. But this stuff, if you become skilled at applying it, you can put it on and simplify your routine when you're on vacation, and you don't have to worry about your brows smudging or any of that, because once you set it, you can forget it. So it's all done. So again, my eyes like to tear first thing in the morning. All right, so that's my brow. So now let's get down to the liner. And I'm going to use the liner here for under my eye area here. Now, I'm an older girl, so I don't like to go all the way to the corner of my eye, because that can look a little dated, as well as a little bit too heavy for under the eye. And depending on how much happiness you've had in your life, it'll make it show a little bit more. So I don't go all the way to the center. Kind of tight line it and clean it up if I need to. There. I like to do it that way because then that sets me up for my other liner. So I have my place of where I need to go for making my cat eye if I want to do that. And you don't have to do a cat eye every day. It's totally up to you, because it does take some work. So now I fill in and I clean up later. That's a good place to start. You see the difference. The eyes are starting to pop now. All right, so as I said, I have sisters, not twins. So one eye I always have to do a little bit different because of just the way my eye is shaped. But then I clean it up afterwards. If you're gonna wear false lashes, then I learned from some of my mentors that putting on your liner first is the best thing to do, because it sets the base for your lashes. So it just helps to make the look of where your lashes go seamless, like it's all together and not so obvious. So it's a good trick to start with. Okay, so liner on. Now a little cleanup. Again, I want that look to go up, so I'm going up here just to make sure I get that going up. All right. I'm using my Ultimate Mascara here. And really pulling those lashes at the bottom to get them to lift. Now, next time I do this, I'll do a look with lashes. That is one trick with lashes, is perfecting it. For putting it on someone else is easy, but putting it on yourself is challenging even for me. But that's okay. You can do over when you put lashes on. There will come a time, I'm sure, that lashes might be my only route, because they say they go. All right, so one last thing I'm going to do is just lightly brush on a coat on my under lashes. Again, I don't like a lot of heavy lash and liner on the lower lash because it can weigh your look down. All right, so now I did not do my cheeks yet, did I? So I am doing a mixture of two cool color blushes here. One has a little shimmer, and I'm just putting that on, and it is Cool Color Berry Light Color to blend with my look of berries on my eyes today. So it's a very cool look. And as you can see, that color is blending very nicely. And so I was just adding my blusher, and I think that's good. Now I'm going to use a little bit of highlighter as well, just to give me a little bit of oomph, as I call it. And I'm using the Rose Glow just on the tip here and center, and a little bit above my cheekbone area, across the top there and the bottom. And now for a little lip color. So I love, love, love our new shade of Soft Nude. It's wonderful. You might have seen my little Instagram reel that I did with that great little tune that everybody's doing. And I just had to try it. I am not too old to have fun. I am not. So, there's my look. I'm going to finish it off. And fix my hair. So what do you think about my look? I think it turned out well, better than I began, right? Would you agree? All right, family, let me hear from you. I am going to go and finish my look, and I'll be right back, pulled together, and I want to hear what you have to say. All right, so this is my finished look. I did forget one step, so hold on, we're gonna do that right now. Forgot to have to do the mister. Gotta set that makeup so it's all done. Now I'm finished. What do you think? I really love this soft nude lip gloss. It is amazing. Just the right hint of color. It's soft, beautiful, and the berries on my eyes. I really like that look too. So I would love to hear from you. Don't forget to subscribe. Visit me on Instagram or Facebook. Check out my website. Stay tuned. There's more coming. If you're interested in any of the products that I use today, be sure to connect with me. But again, subscribe. Visit me on Instagram. I would love to hear your comments and thoughts. Take care, and don't forget, be brave, be bold, but be kind. Have a great day. Bye.